So, we're concentrating on this problem in groups, thinking about how do we get it and how do we explain it. No matter what strategies you use, try to incorporate drawing a picture so you really can show what you're thinking.
The biggest focus is division as grouping. Having them understand that in order to divide, you're sharing equally or you're equally grouping things and finding out how many, if there's any leftovers. So they had to get that understanding of grouping in order to grasp the concept of division.
So how many packages of 8 will it take to get all the way up to 315 hamburger buns?
I can count all the way up to 315.
What tool do you have to help you?
Calculator? That's what I use.
And if you use the calculator, will it be using the division key?
No.
No. What's it going to be using?
Addition?
There you go. Repeated addition.
7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Wait, I messed up.
Why?
Because I went higher.
Well, what does that tell you then? You didn't see 315.
I have one extra.
You might have some extras. You have to be careful because as you were counting, you actually skipped one of the 8s.
I did?
Yeah, so it's very easy to make a mistake. You can do the same thing here to keep track of what you're doing on the calculator. You can keep your thoughts organized on your paper. So try that with what you're doing on the calculator, putting it into groups here, and maybe that'll help you keep it more organized. But you have the right idea, which is good. If I looked at your diagram, I would think that the baker packed 8 packages of 39 buns. She did? What did she do?
Put 39 in each package.
That's what you've done. But did the baker do that? No. How is the baker grouping the buns? In packages of 8. So your groups are going to be groups of
39.
Is that what the baker's doing? What's the baker doing?
Putting it in groups of 8.
So your diagram has to show what the baker's doing to make sure that we get the right idea, because the baker is packing buns into packages of 8. Okay, so why don't you try that? Well, how many 8s were there?
39.
39? How could you check yourself to make sure that's right? What if you made a mistake counting all those 8s?
I don't know what to do. I don't.
Do you know?
39 times 8.
Try it and see what happens. If you went the whole way to 320, what does that tell you?
You're going to have leftover?
You might have leftovers, you're right. But does the baker have 320 buns?
No, you have 315.
No. So how many full packages will the baker be able to pack? You think 39?
Yes.
And you think?
39. No, Daddy's 40.
And you think 40. We have to think of how we're going to settle this, because it could be either,
There's
couldn't it?
39 and 3 left over.
How can you explain what you're telling us?
I do 39 circles and put 8 in each one.
And how many buns is that altogether?
312.
Does the baker have then enough buns to make another package? How many are left?
3.
So what do we call those? Extras, leftovers. And mathematically, what are those extras and leftovers called?
5 leftovers to eat.
Remainder. I like the discussions that were going on today. So now that we had a little bit more time to look at this, Rodney, you want to show us your thoughts up here on the board? To tell what the numbers meant, whether they had a drawing or using the calculator, being able to explain how they solved it. That's the most important, how to communicate math. What does that R stand for?
Remaining.
Okay.
I have 39 times 8, which equals 312. There's 3 left over because you can't use 8 times 4 equal 320.
So why can't you do that?
Because it's too hard.
Okay, can somebody tell me what Rodney's sharing with us here? Share with us what you did, since you already drew it.
I drew 39 circles and put 8 in each one, and I got 3 left over.
Is that the same as what Rodney did?
No. She did the same thing, except that hers is drawn, and he used multiplication and the equal signs.
So how do we answer the question here? How many full packages will she have?
She will have 39 packages. You'll have 3 left over. If
she has 315, so she can eat them then.
Okay.
At first, the students hated division, even the thought of it. I can't divide, I can't divide. Then suddenly it seemed like after these last few lessons, they really were understanding that division is the opposite of multiplication. And they loved multiplication. After the discussions that we had today, I see a lot more of the students understand the connection.